Hello everyone, I am the Kilted Cajun. Welcome back to my channel, and I'd like to take a moment. I saw a little trailer over the weekend, and for trailer is for HBO Max's adult animated spin-off Velma. Now, what I found interesting about all this is, well, the trailer itself is it's something else. So, how about we take a look at it? I got some issues with it. So, let's take a look.
Dear HBO Max, I just learned you intend to make a genre-bending.
Real quick, I just want to say the actress playing the voice of Velma, I think she's doing a great job. I think, yeah, I'll give her kudos for that. But let's move on, see what this little teaser has to say.
Comedic origin story of Judy Jetson. When I heard this new version of Judy Jetson wouldn't be boy crazy, the only word I had to describe my disgust is jinkies.
So, they're making fun of the internet. They're making fun of fans because that's always worked in the past, right?
If there is one thing the internet agrees on, it's that you should never change anything ever.
Never change anything ever, because I just this is called losing the plot, not understanding what people are complaining about whatsoever. I've talked about this till I'm blue in the face, so I'm not going to bring it up again. But if that is the basis of what you think, then you're not paying attention to the arguments, to the criticism, and everything. It will get better. Let's keep going.
I hope you die. Sincerely, Velma. Well,
I hope you die. Signed, Velma. Because, yeah, wow.
at least Judy's still white.
At least Judy's still white. That's like, the backlash for this whole thing is that they've changed Velma to be South Asian. The argument has nothing to do with whether the character is white or not. It has to do with you're taking an iconic character and changing them to suit your needs. There's no reason for it. And the actress believes the same thing, although she contradicts herself. We'll get to that shortly. So that's just, we're going to go on to this one right here. Because, yeah, this is, that's enough of the trailer that I want to see. So, Mindy Kaling, whatever her name is, I think, like I said, I think she did a fantastic job on The Voice. I did think she did an absolutely fantastic job on The Voice, but addresses critics who are angry at the titular character of South Asian and explains the absence of Scooby. Yeah, I'd like to know that. So, if we go down here to one of her quotes, this is from Mindy. This is a quote from Mindy. Growing up, I've always identified with Velma. Then why? Then you should understand. Then why change her? What's the purpose of changing her if you've always identified? How can you possibly, like, this is what is being pushed. Like, you have to look like the person on screen, whether it's live action or animated. You have to look like him to identify him, and yet Mindy is right here saying that I've always identified with Velma. Okay, but that doesn't make sense. I think the characters in this as so iconic. Well, if they're iconic, why are you changing them? But in no way is the gang defined by their whiteness. Okay, cool. Then why change it? Except for Fred. I don't understand that part. Except for Fred. Fred is defined by his whiteness? That's, I don't think you know what you said there. I was a little bit surprised, and I think most Indian American girls, when they see this skeptical, hardworking, kind of underappreciated can identify her with it. Underappreciated character. Again, if you have to see yourself on the screen in order to identify with the character, you are a shallow, superficial individual. That's not the point of storytelling. That's not the point of being a character. I just don't get it. Anyway, my whole thing is like, you come out with your trailer and insult the fans. In the trailer, in the teaser, you insult the fans of the show. And then you start running your mouth saying, I've always identified with Velma. Then why, just like, but you decide to change it. And honestly, like, she looks black. I mean, okay, sure. Mindy project, journey of self-discovery for her is something that really drew us to this project. Honestly, I'm gonna watch this. I can't. I will definitely watch it. I am interested. I've watched Scooby Doo, the Scooby Doo mysteries when they had all the cameos like Batman and the Beatles and all that other stuff. I watched a pup named Scooby Doo. I watched Scrappy Doo even. I watched all that stuff. So I'm going to take a look at this and I'm going to judge it accordingly. If it's, I don't understand the whole adult R-rated thing though. That'll be interesting to see. And honestly, it'll be interesting to see how many people actually tune in after you've shit on the fans. Again, as usual, Hollywood, shut up. All these actors and actresses and showrunners that want to come out immediately and go, oh, if you're a critic, you're just a racist, you're this, you're that. Nobody cares about who's voicing what. It's how you're taking again, I keep saying this. You're taking beloved characters of long-standing franchises and changing them to suit your needs because you have no creativity. You have no imagination. You have to take something that has an established fan base and push it forward to meet your own agenda. Come up with something new, something, and make it interesting, not just new for the sake of being new. Nobody wants that. Okay, House of the Dragon came out and did some race swapping, and people are actually enjoying the show. It's getting good ratings. Not Lord of the Rings for sure. Fucking Amazon comes out with Rings of Power, does a bunch of race swaps, and the ratings are tanking on that one. You want to sit there and say, oh, the ratings are tanking on Rings of Power because it's racism. Well, if that's the case, then why are the ratings on House of the Dragon good? Why is the audience reaction to that good? Your argument is not supported by anything, so you're just blowing smoke out everywhere, hoping someone will feel sorry for your pathetic excuse of a story. People are getting tired of this garbage. They're getting tired of it. They're fighting back. They're not listening to your crap because all you do, if you criticize a show because the main actress is female, that's redundant. Holy crap, I'm getting ahead of myself. Criticizing a show because they do a race swap, well then you're a bigot. You're racist. Criticizing a show because the main character, the protagonist is female, you're just a misogynist. No, it's because your writing is crap, your show is crap. And the sooner you get your head out of your ass and start actually coming up with good stories, the better. I'm watching AMC's Interview with a Vampire. That was a major race swap and background story swap, and I'm loving the hell out of it. I'll tell you that. I can't wait for the next episode. It's ridiculous. What's going on with Scooby Doo? So let's see here. Journey of self-discovery. Shut up. You haven't discovered yourself by now. I don't know what to tell you. The fifth member. Explain the absence of the fifth member of the Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. gang. Scooby, when we were going into the show and thinking about adapting it, we wanted to be respectful. That's a lie. Because if it was respectful, Shaggy, the stoner, they didn't think about this part. Shaggy, the stoner, who's lazy and sits around and eats something, they changed him to a black dude. Didn't think ahead, did you? That's a sad stereotype you're pushing there, Grandy. We didn't want to just kind of take these beloved characters and put them in outrageous or gross situations and say, isn't it crazy you did that to Velma? What the hell are they talking about? Did what to Velma? We couldn't, let's see. Randy said that when considering what would differentiate the kids show from an adult show, the iconic dog was a deciding factor. Quote, we couldn't get a take on it that was like, how do we kind of do this in a fun, modern way that felt like what made it a kid's show was Scooby-Doo. No, it's not what made it a kid's show, like a talking dog. I think it's kind of nice to allude to dogs in the world. So they're not having Scooby-Doo at all in it? Is that what they're saying? They're not putting Scooby-Doo in it at all. Make him a pit bull. Oh, that would be a little bit too much of a stereotype. Make Shaggy a black man, his pet's a pit bull? Ooh. Never mind. This show's gonna tank. It's gonna be bad. I don't know. I'm gonna watch it because hey, it gives me something to do. She-Hulk's only got one more episode. That joke. I genuinely hope that there's a season 2 because I need something. This show is terrible. It's so bad. Anyway, if you like what I have to say, leave a like. Leave a dislike if you didn't. I'm glad you made it this far. Hope to see you on the next one.